Keep your USP in your heart. Let's hear from Joydeep Kumar Das, who's going to tell us a bit more about what he means by that and how it's really served his business over the last 4 years. Welcome to the session, Joydeep. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon, Ahmed. Thank you so much for making this happen. I'm really glad I get to speak to you on your channel and to reach out to both your audience and our audience together. Thank you for having me. So far, so good. Happy New Year as well.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you too. It's a pleasure to have you as my first webinar for the year. So let's get started, my friend. Tell us a bit about your business and the kind of services you provide.
Yes, so my company name is EEL Association. It stands for Entrepreneurship, Entertainment, and Lifestyle. And these are the three main pillars. We are an award winning company. We've been recognized as the best networking SME in all of England last year by the
Wow.
SME Awards. And that was a really big stepping stone for us. We do different kinds of events throughout the year, be it business to business networking, be it business exhibitions, be it lifestyle events, be it club nights and nightlife events, and also a lot of times a non-for-profit community events as well. And that's what keeps us going in the society.
Amazing. So you cover three key pillars: entertainment, entrepreneurship, and lifestyle. Um, so I really like the kind of the focus. You got three key focuses to make it really clear
Yeah.
to followers, people that are part of it, what this is all about. Um, Talk to us a bit about being clear in business around products, but around whether you're differentiating your products, whether you're trying to create a USP, because plenty of business owners out there have great ideas. You often go on the website and think, what's going on over here? What am I actually buying? Talk to us about how you created this clarity for 20,000 people who are part of your network.
Yeah, so just like any other service company, and we are a service organization, you need to have your own USP and your, key offering. And my key offering to everybody is connect professionally first. And we invite businesses from all parts of the community, not just from a certain ethnicity or certain background, be it from the Asian, from the non-Asian community, from different ethnicities and diversities to come together. And once they connect professionally and come and be part of our business network, then we work with them to make sure that they are growing in their business awareness and business promotions, and also celebrate various social events, networking events, lifestyle events with us, which is what even connects them to our wider database as well. So it's basically creating that small medium for businesses to first come and connect with EEL, and then giving them a much wider platform through our wider range of events that we do throughout the year. And I think that's been the key selling point for everybody over the last few years.
Love it. So it's really connecting different areas of life together, which is
100%. And
helped
all
you
over and all
growing
over
there.
M25, all over the UK now.
Brilliant. Now, taking this one step forward, you mentioned the word USP. Many of business owners listening to this session thinking, right, USP, I think well, I know what my USP is, or why create a USP? Why be unique when I could do everything? Talk to us about the importance of having a USP in business.
You must have, especially for anyone to do a professional business. I think everybody has to have a USP, especially when there are so many contemporaries around. I'm not unique with EEL. There are similar other contemporary organizations out there, but everybody needs to have its USP. And with EEL, the USP are the three pillars, that you're not just connecting with us professionally and socially just for the sake of it, but you're connecting with us with a purpose behind it. And the purpose is these three pillars: entrepreneurship, entertainment, and lifestyle. And for everybody to grow their business, to be known in their business, I think you need these three pillars equally, because if you only focus on the business to business element of it, then you will not be able to connect to a mass database of audience. Just like any
Mm,
other corporate organizations, everyone has their CSR days, everyone has their social days, everyone have their offsites and employee interactive days, which is exactly what we do. So in our case, we have various range of events throughout the years, both professionally and socially. Some can be really loud. We do some
mm.
big gala festivals as well for our members to come together, and that's what keeps us going as a USP.
Amazing. Second thing you mentioned to me today was the second thing which really drove your success was diversity. Now, often for small businesses to achieve diversity in their organization, whether it's through their product selection, their service ladder, their team members, can be quite costly. However, your whole business is based on diversity. Would you be able to share maybe a couple of reasons why diversity is so important for other business owners to embrace into their organization? And B, how can you achieve diversity in a small business?
Yes, and I think going back to the roots of the whole organization, it started as an association. The term association is important. That's hence we call it EEL association. And an association
Mhm.
is only formed when it's of members, when it's of people connecting together. And if we don't make it diverse, then we are not sticking to our roots. A good example is we've done very recently some events where we had a small business owner who was selling perfumes, and for that perfume person as a product, for that person, it does not matter that the audience or the guests or the clientele is from a specific ethnicity. Everybody loves perfumes. And what we offer to that small business owner is a wide range of consumers and customers in one place who are coming for a social event or coming for an exhibition. And that
Mhm.
person can experiment, that person can see, taste, feel, and touch on one particular forum. And that's the diversity that we're offering to every small business who works with her or every other business owner. For a service industry, for a service background business, I think this is very, very important, because you don't need to box your service to a specific community. For you as a service, it can be anyone and everyone coming to you, and that's what we stick to our USP.
See what you mean. Okay. Now, you jumped ship from the corporate world to starting up your own business, like many entrepreneurs out there, doing one thing, went to another. Now, from what I understand, had a career in banking, investment banking, which is a great thing to be a part of. You then thought, right, let's just start a new organization. Took a big risk. Um, it can pay off for many, and sometimes for others, it cannot pay off. I mean, so it clearly has paid off for you. What would you say made you jump from working in the corporate world to starting up your own business?
A massive, massive risk, Amit. You
Mm,
rightly hit the nail there, and I'm still trying to find out the right answer here. But I think the answer to your question is, if you, and I learned this the right way or the hard way. If you want to do a business, do it full time and do it with all your intent, with all your guts,
mm,
with all your instinct. There's no half baked cookie when you make a cake, or when you bake something in the oven. You have to do it the full way. And same thing in your business. If you want to do a business, do it the whole way. Yes, you have to manage your time, you have to manage your finances, you have to manage your expenses in a much more tighter way. But if you are patient enough, if you are really keen on making it work at the right intent, it will lead to success in today or tomorrow. And that's what I
mm,
think I've tried to do. Let's see how that decision lies. But yes, it has been a gradual journey from banking career all the way to EEL. And many people still feel that, yeah, are you sure that you're doing this? Is that the right decision? And I think, yes, I think I would recommend this, that if you are a serious business owner, if you are really wanting to do this, one must take the plunge and see how it works for you. Otherwise, you will never be able to know what the in and outs of business are.
mm. No, absolutely. Completely agree with that. It's you either go both feet in or both feet out. You kind of have one on and one off kind of thing over there. Now, role models, so important for business owners to, kind of, if they're not surrounded by the right people to keep them growing, they've got to have a role model. I mean, what's really helped you grow? Do you follow a role model yourself or a set of role models, or do you tend to hang around and be around the kind of people you want to be the average of?
I think it's a very, very important question, and something which I probably see in my daily life, picking up values, picking up discipline, picking up lessons from various people around me. To have a single role model in this kind of business is very hard, because every
Mm,
business is different. I cannot say that Amit is my only role model, because Amit may be doing different things, I'm doing different things, but I might pick up some lessons and from values from Amit, the way he does his business, and
mm,
implement that into my business model. And similarly, I've been lucky enough that I've been surrounded by some really strong contenders who I look up to as mentors, who I look up to as role models. And I've picked up bits and pieces from each one of them over the last few years. I do look up to senior, business figures out there in the industry. There are some amazing business industry people out there, and you always read about them. You always, see what they're doing, and that's where you pick up your lessons from. And also look at all your contemporaries. The best thing to do is always look at what the contemporaries are doing, and pick up something that you may not be doing, and do it in your own way rather than just replicating or duplicating or copying it. And I think
mm.
that's probably what I feel is very important for a business owner once he or she gets full time into this.
Amazing. So really putting their stamp on things and moving there. But I really like your attitude around always continuous learning, not just from one person, but whoever you come across in that chameleon kind of way, going and learning and learning and learning. Now, you mentioned competition, you mentioned contemporaries, there's plenty of that out there. people doing similar things to what we're doing. Looking ahead over the next 2 or 3 years, you've navigated through a very challenging time like everyone, and from the COVID time to the in-person time, and you've created a networking organization during this kind of period. And looking ahead over the next, say, 3 years, what would you say are the top 2 or 3 challenges that you as a business owner is likely to face?
I think the biggest question and the answer right now is a cost of living for everybody in the service industry, because
Mm,
in my kind of business, you have to spend to earn, and you have to spend to get the masses to come to you, and the
mm,
masses have to spend to grow as well. And I think cost of living right now is has been a bit of a challenge for a lot of people to spend out of their pockets to grow their business. And for us business network, or for a business organization like ours, we need our members out there to come and spend that. All right, Jody, here you go, here's the sponsorship for your next event. Give us that platform, give us that awareness, give us that opportunity to talk to your wider audience. And that
mm,
limit is slowly and slowly going down, but I think it's a curve. Just like everything else, what comes down always goes up. So I'm sure there will be a point of time where that barrier will also come back. And
mm,
I think that will always be a challenge in today's world, where recessionary impacts, inflationary impacts are staying with us. It's not going away. So that's the number one challenge. I think the second biggest challenge, which I see, is saturation. Just like any other high street establishment, every business should always remember you can easily be saturated, and you can easily be perceived that, all right, there's nothing else new to EEL. We've seen it enough. What next? And that creative outlet is what keeps me going every week. That how do I differentiate myself week on week, year on year, for a
mm.
new audience to come, rather than, yeah, okay, we know what EL is about. There's nothing new. And I think that's a key USP again for me to keep going. And I think the third is variety, as we say. You got to keep doing different things, but also connect with like-minded audience and like-minded people to find that like-minded audience and people. Society is only so much, the community is only so much. Marketing is always a big pressure, so you have to keep exploring new ways of marketing your content. You have to keep exploring new ways of connecting with the audience. And I think in today's world, it is very, very difficult to sometimes come out of a particular community or a society to go into the other community of the society. And that's the challenge I'm trying to sort of migrate. That why only stay to one community? Why not go into diverse communities? For example, we are
Mm.
trying to mingle with various other communities from different religion, from different ethnicities. That's been a barrier over the last few years. That's something that is a challenge I'm trying to overcome. And I think over the next few years, also expand location wise, not just be limited and focused around London, but go towards Midlands, go down south. And I think that's another growth and target area for me.
Amazing. So plenty of things you're looking at, some defensive stuff, some offensive stuff, and all those things are likely to keep you busy. Well, final question to ask before we part ways. Looking back at your 21-year-old self, just imagine you're just come out of university, you're young, you're fresh, and you're looking to get into business right away. What one piece of advice would you give to or one piece of business advice would you give to your 21-year-old self going into business?
I'll be honest, I'm a 21-year-old Joydeep would have not even thought about doing any of this. 21-year-old Joydeep was a free bird. I think I was in a very different zone. I don't come from a business background. But I think the best lesson that I should probably give everybody is learn business much early rather than late in the game, if you ever want to think about it. Sometimes we are late bloomers, as we say, and I'm probably one of the late bloomers in business point of view to learn business and the way to do it. So I think if I would have probably learned how to do business a little bit more earlier, I would have been much more comfortable right now. And I think that's the key advice, that if somebody is serious about doing business, learn early and don't wait till somebody else, or don't wait late in the game to start it. And I think that's
Amazing.
the best advice that I can give myself.
Brilliant. That was absolutely smashing. Probably share the same kind of learning with me as well. Mine is if you're going to fail, just fail fast and learn quicker. But love it. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Hopefully, our paths cross again in the future. You've been terrific. Thank you very much for your time and speak to you soon.
Thanks, Amit. Thanks for your time. Thank you.